Welcome to Newscene. I'm Lucas.
And I'm Zoe, and we have a great show for you today.
The start of the new school year means getting back to new classes and learning from new teachers. Here to introduce us to one of this year's new teachers is Newscene's George Hitterman.
Well, I attended college at the University of Iowa first. I received a degree in journalism, actually. And after the University of Iowa, I worked in the journalism field for a couple years. And in Iowa City, I moved back to Chicago, and that's when I actually started to substitute teach because I couldn't find a position in journalism because it's such a large market. And I fell in love with teaching, so then I went back to college. I went to the Northern Illinois University for my teaching certification. I actually love U.S. history, so I took a lot of history courses at NIU. Never thought that I would be a psychology teacher, and it wasn't until my fourth year of teaching that I was given all psychology courses because I can teach it, and that's where I really fell in love with teaching psychology.
Thanks, George.
The high school's spoken word club director, Mr. Khan, left for England last school year. So to take his place, Mr. Lind is taking over spoken word. We sat down with Mr. Lind and asked him how it feels to be filling in for Mr. Khan.
My job has changed quite a bit this year, being the sponsor of the Spoken Word Club. I've been an English teacher here for 7 years, and having my own classroom and teaching the same group of students for 7 years is a lot different than what I'm doing now, replacing Mr. Khan for this year. So I'm traveling from class to class with a new group meeting 100 new students a week as I go from class to class, and different schedule every day. So that's a big change for me. I love being the co-sponsor for the Spoken Word Club, and the English teacher in charge of spoken word here during the day. I'm having a great time with it. It's like a totally different job, and it's great to build the connections with the students and have the chance to be that person who comes into the room to sort of take a break from the everyday activities of normal school. Every year our club takes 6 members to the Louder Than a Bomb competition in Chicago. It's the world's largest poetry festival anywhere, and we've had some success there over the years, in second place most of the time. But this year we plan on winning it, so that's pretty exciting. I think this will be a great year for the Spoken Word Club. It certainly has like a weird feel to it without Mr. Khan being here. I'm in contact with him all the time, and asking his advice. But I think it's an exciting year. We have some really talented writers, a group of upperclassmen that are spectacular, but a lot of really great young freshman and sophomore students as well.
It looks like spoken word is going to do just fine with Mr. Lind in charge.
Oak Park's historic Scoville Park has been under construction for some time now as part of the Scoville Park Renovation project. The 4-acre park, which was closed on August 20th, is being improved with the help of a $1.6 million grant from the Illinois Department of Natural Resources. The process began over 6 months ago and included multiple focus groups, public meetings, and online questionnaires in order to collect community input and develop site plan drafts. Goals for the renovation include the creation of a Peace Plaza encircling the World War I monument, a permanent stage platform, and new entrances in all 4 corners of the park. Lighted tennis courts, a new playground, and bathroom facilities are also in development. The project is slated to be completed by May 2013.
The cheapest gas station in Oak Park at the moment is the BP gas station at 203 Madison Street at a tremendous $4.24. In second place, the Clark on 427 Madison Street at $4.27. If you want the cheapest gas, go to either of these 2 gas stations.
A wide range of activities were presented, including clubs, student leadership groups, planning committees, and academic teams.
A full list of activities are available on the school's website. Now we go to Brian with entertainment.
Thanks, Mariah. With the start of the new football season, the marching band also started their season. Newscene's Lucas Zeidner went out to talk to the marching band right before their first competition.
guys all have a competition this weekend?
Oh, you know it.
Yep,
Great.
first competition.
How do you guys think you're gonna do?
Bueno.
Awesome.
We're gonna rock it.
This many.
We're looking okay, I think. Yeah, for where we are in the season. There's a website that said that we'd get second.
Well, the show that we're performing is called Night Terrors. It's actually 4 movements. The idea is that we're trying to portray some story, and you can kind of see that through dark and light colors that we add with our guard and also with our movement. There's a lot of aggressive music, and then there's some passive music, some to kind of represent someone is actually going to sleep and dreaming.
Why is marching band the best?
Swag.
Wait, we all get one, or it's just the collective?
One sentence, because we're not the orchestra.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lucas. The marching band received second place at the competition. You can see their show at any home football game this year. Now we go to Grace with sports.
Thanks, Brian. Now on to local sports. Our high school football team lost to Downers Grove North 2 weeks ago, with the score being 14-16. Last week, the Huskies beat York High School 55-41, the first time since 1998. The boys soccer team beat Loyola Academy 3-1, and girls field hockey won 7-0 against Elgin Academy. 2 weeks ago, the OPRF boys soccer team defeated their crosstown rivals, the Fenwick Friars, with a score of 2-1. Sophie Gardner was there and had a chance to catch up with the coach after the game.
Hi, my name is Paul Wright. I teach mathematics at Oak Park River Forest High School, and I'm the boys' head soccer coach. On a given note, our record is 3-5-1. For the team this upcoming year, the big thing that we need to do is we got to get better every game. And so we've said, hey, take a look at conference. We still have a shot to win that. But the big focus here is every game and every practice, there has to be some individual growth. Previously, we've lost 2 hard games that we shouldn't have lost. And coming out and be able to finish in such a big game, and they were so energized, as you can see from the film, that we really came to play. And Noe Espinoza scoring 2 goals in the second half within 5 minutes was a huge pickup. The first half, I felt we dominated, but we just weren't missing that finishing touch. And so it was good to see us come out and have some growth from previous games. Team and on Fenwick's team know each other. And so you're going against probably your next door neighbor or a kid that you grew up and knew your whole life. And so there's that competitive aspect where, hey, I want to beat my friend in this one-on-one game as if you're playing basketball in front of your house. And so being to have that edge, and with Facebook and kids posting, so hey, I got you this week in our soccer game, it's just a nice thing.
A game tonight to support our varsity Husky team. Here tonight to watch my friends.
Now, a game like that seems like a great way to spend your Friday night. This past summer, OPRF's drill team has officially become a certified IHSA sport. Newscene's very own Zoe Bergstrom got the scoop on exactly what is expected for this year.
Drill team officially became a sport this summer for all the state of Illinois and all the dance teams. And basically the biggest difference that we will find is within competition, there will actually be sectionals, and then you have to place in sectionals to lead up to state. And we follow the same criteria as any sport, whether it's wrestling, softball, basketball, football. There's sectionals, then the competition. Everything else we've been pretty much following, so I don't think our team will actually see like a really, really big difference. I think it's mainly with the competition. We will officially go to 1 plus the sectionals, and then if we do well, hopefully state. I sure hope so. You definitely have my expectation that we better be going to state. I think it really depends on the criteria we fall in. One of the things that our team is used to is we're used to competing in kick or competing in POM or hip hop or whatever it may be. But this year the dance for sports is completely different. You do not compete in categories. You compete as a team, as far as we might be going against a kick team, we might be going against a hip hop team. It's all different. So that will be a big difference. So I think the change is actually in our favor, because I think our girls are very diverse. We don't perform every routine kick, every routine hip hop. So I actually think for our team it will be at an advantage.
Well, our expectations have kind of been the same, because we've always thought of ourselves as a sport. So even though we're technically defined as a sport now, we've always been a sport. So our expectation is not really the same. It's just as high as it always was. So we just strive to be the best we can be and do well in competitions. Well, that depends on how well we do, I think. If we do well in our first competition, it's just like the same as any other sport, so we'll move on to higher levels and hopefully make it to state. I think it definitely makes us more proud to be on drill team because now everyone in the whole school can respect us as a team. Well, the thing is we practice just as hard as most teams, and we even go longer than most sports. So we put definitely the same amount of effort in, so we should, of course, be qualified as a sport.
Thanks, Zoe. Let's make it to state. Now we go back to Lucas and Zoe. That's all for this week's broadcast of Newscene. Join us next week, and thanks for watching.
Make sure you check us out on Comcast Channel 6 and AT&T Channel 99 on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. and 11 p.m. And you can also check us out online at oprftv.com.